If your workouts feel like absolute death, it might not be because you're out of shape. A lot of women think they just have to push harder, but often there's actually something deeper going on. Mentally challenging can be like, I don't feel like being here, or what my clients often struggle with, which is like, my time would be spent better elsewhere. I should be doing X, Y, Z. Those are intrinsic mental challenges. Physically challenging is literally pushing your heart's capacity, your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, your musculoskeletal system. Like, this is truly hard, which is the place that we want to be in our workouts. We want to be out of our head, in our body, and have it feel that kind of challenging. Today, I'm going to tell you about the other kind, which is like, ugh, it just feels hard, right? You're there, you're not brand new, you're not super out of shape. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why this can be. Number 1 is not eating enough before you work out. If you have not fueled properly and you have low energy, you're going to have sluggish workout. Number 2 is not taking enough rest between sets. I can be guilty of this one because I just want to get it done. But your rest is programmed intentionally by your coach. So if you're lifting heavy, doing low reps, you might have 1 to 3 to 4 minute rest periods. You should be taking those. If you don't need those, you're not working hard enough on your work sets. If you're blowing through them, you're not going to be able to perform your reps. I'm guilty of this when I practice my handstands because I'm just like, this is fun. I'm just going to kick up into handstand. But my coach, Jen, is always like, I want you to stand up and chill out because it will make the next one so much easier. It will make it feel easier. And she's right. And you always lift heavier and go harder when you've taken that adequate rest. So that's number 2, is not enough rest between sets. Number 3 is generally overtraining and not taking enough recovery. Overtraining and never fully recovering. Many clients who've been working out for a long time in particular struggle with this because they have come from the 2000s when we were told to do HIIT every single day to lose fat, which is not the case. We should not be doing HIIT more than once or twice a week. And your Orange Theory, your F45 class is not a HIIT class. That is not a true high intensity interval class. That is a moderate intensity interval training class, which is making you really sweaty and feel like you did something for 60 minutes, but not truly high intensity. And therefore, you're repeating that over and over and over. So either, whether you're doing too much high intensity, too much and too long of a duration of moderate intensity, or simply not having full recovery rest days. A rest day, a recovery day is like walking, restorative yoga. It's not an intense, long duration hike. Number 4 is to play off of number 3, which is all cardio, no strength. Cardio, we need cardio training for our heart to live for a long time. But if we are doing all cardio or mostly cardio, it's like what I just mentioned. Most women are not doing true high intensity interval training where you're at like an 8 to 10 out of 10, you're going to die. Most of them are doing spin classes, which are moderate intensity for 45 or 60 minutes. F45, Les Mills classes, or Orange Theory, where they are draining you. No shade to any of these kind of classes, but they're draining you versus strength builds you, right? And we need cardio. But if we are doing all cardio and no strength, we'll get very good at getting tired and wonder why we're doing all this sweating and it's putting all these hours and not getting a result, and also feeling super tired. And the last reason, which is less common, but I have seen it in clients who have trained consistently, is you just don't feel like doing it anymore. No matter what the workout is, you change it, you try to do more, you play with the time of day. This can be a recovery thing, but in this case, something else is going on in your life. You're burnt out and you're trying to control your food and your exercise to fix this other thing, which is like burnout or something going on personally. Then it will always feel like a slog, right? And we think, oh, if I work out, then I'll feel better. And yes, that is true, unless there's something else and something deeper going on. So here are my 3.5 tips. So my first tip is to eat some carbohydrate before training for energy. My second tip is to take longer rest periods, particularly if you are strength training, particularly if you are lifting heavy. And then number 3, if you're not already, obviously, strength train more than cardio, or at least equal to cardio, to build your endurance stamina and mobility. So you're not just draining yourself and wearing down the tires of your body by doing cardio. And then if you're doing all of those things and you still feel like working out is a slog, I would work with somebody to see if there's something deeper going on. If you are burnt out, if you're exhausted, and you're trying to control your soul with your exercise.